Today, I'm going to share with you something that I've never shared with anyone publicly before. And this is about how Museflower Retreat and Spa started as part of the journey we started. And this is part of the challenge. I think this is day 2 challenge of the Say It Louder course by Regan Helier. And I really appreciate having this context now to be able to share the story, or else I probably never had the courage to share the story out loud. The retreat center I'm running now here in Thailand is rebranded Museflower Retreat Spa. Before that, I was actually working with a ex-business partner who was my ex-retreat teacher. And I shared this part of the story before, and I always shared that, after we opened the place, we have a broke down a partnership, and that's why we split the business. That was what has happened, but I never shared the details of what actually happened in that broke down a partnership. I learned a big lesson from that, because what happened was that I had always been seeing my ex-business partner, who was my ex-retreat spiritual teacher, as someone higher, more superior than me. She was the same age as my mom, so I saw her was like my spiritual mother who knew everything about spirituality, and I had a lot of respect for her, a lot of love for her, and I just, everything she said, I would follow and just trusted her completely, because I always thought she knew better than me. And so half a year after we opened the retreat center here under a different name at that time, I started dating. And guess what? She didn't like my then boyfriend, who is now my husband. And she said things to me like he had put black magic on me so I could fall in love with him. So it was this whole trick that he was tricking me for money. And imagine that, because I just started dating and I was celebrating, I was very happy, I was in love, and there was this black cloud hanging over my head like all this time, because someone I really trusted and respected told me that I could not trust my feelings. I could not trust myself. I could not trust my heart. And so a part of me was holding myself back because I was not sure. Could I trust myself? Could I trust my feelings? Could I trust this relationship? A part of me was, okay, I'll be open. I want to see what she's saying. She connected with her spiritual friends in her group, psychics, mediums. She shared photos of me and my husband together and let them analyze us energetically. She did a astrology reading for me, saying that yes, because I was turning 28, this is like all these lessons I'm going to go through. It turned out, of course, her psychic medium friend saying that we are not a match. He was trying to manipulate me energetically and so on. And just all these things had led me to not trust myself at all. And I was really in the dark space where I was supposed to be celebrating that I started dating, that I couldn't. And that was the beginning of the breakdown, because then I decided to follow my heart. I decided to follow my heart, to trust my feelings, and I continued to be in this relationship. And then what happened next was even more shocking, because then she told me that I put black magic on her for tricking her into doing this whole retreat center business project, which was losing money. And I was like, what? It was not my idea originally. It was her vision that I was supporting. And then all this ensuing drama that continued after that. And so what I really learned from this big lesson, first of all, my part was that I put somebody on a pedestal, and I blindly trusted someone, and I gave my authority completely to someone else because I thought she was better than me. She had much more experience than me. She was in the spiritual world. She was a spiritual teacher. She must know much more than me. And then what I realized was everyone is just human. Teachers are human beings, practitioners, human beings, healers, human beings. When you don't do inner work to heal yourself, when you don't continue to learn, it's all going to crumble at the end. And so, of course, our partnership crumbled all the way down. I learned also to not put my authority outside of me anymore. And sometimes I feel like I still do this a little bit with teachers that I was like, I'm just like starstruck when I see them, but I remind myself now, everybody are human. And I love that when I also hear teachers sharing their vulnerable human moments, then yeah, we're all humans. We're all going through this experience together. And some teachers, yes, they have more experiences, or they're a few steps ahead of a journey of us in certain aspect of our life, and definitely they're here, they can help us. But the most important thing is to trust your intuition. That's going to be the thing that helps you to discern what resonates, what's right for you, and what is not aligned for you. And so I'm so really appreciate also my mentor Regan Hillier, because of having this challenge I'm able to share this story. And she is now still doing the Say It Louder course. And if you want to join us this week, you can comment louder and I'll share more information with you. And I have another challenge video coming up tomorrow.